Hey everyone, I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about why modern women are complete trash. Yes, that title you see right there when I uploaded this video is what this is about. So I'll say this right now. If you're some fucking snowflake dude where all you do is fucking simp for women, you probably don't want to watch this because I'm going to be giving out the cold, hard facts. Modern women suck complete ass. And the reason why I chose to talk about this in this video is because we already did the Lily Phillips video where it's the girl where she like slept with 100 guys, and me and Gray and Theo already talked about that. So watch that video if you want to before this one, because I wanted to do like more of a follow-up video to that, because I wanted to talk about a lot of the things that actually led to this point to have a girl even do that, right? Now keep in mind, women promiscuity has never been looked good upon ever, actually. That's actually quite a lie that people think like, oh, women being promiscuous is a good thing. No, it's never been good in the eyes of society in general, ever, even since like biblical times, right? So to kind of basically steer the conversation to where I want it to go, I'm just going to start it right here. So as you guys know, you guys remember back like 4 or 5 years ago, this big wave of like feminism came, the whole Me Too movement, all other shit, right? OnlyFans started rising up, right? And then basically a lot of women were parroting these stupid talking points that they tried pushing on other women, right? That were growing up at the time period. So if you were in high school, junior high school, you were probably hearing these things. Basically, there's a lot of them, but the two that really always stand out to me is that women can own their sexuality and sleep with whoever they want with no repercussions like men.
I never heard that in high school.
You'd be surprised. So we'll get, and the other one was that women are as strong as men and they can do whatever they want. There's a lot of them, right? And there's a lot of more ones you can go down on the rabbit too. But this is the one about sexuality is the really big problem one. It's because I want to understand this. Men and women are not equal. We're not the same. Women can do things better than men and men can do things better than women. But we are not the same. We are not equal, because the basis of equality just from us as human beings can't even match as a concept, because just me and you, right? And who's in the video, I am stronger than her. Literally, if I wanted to hit her as hard as I could, it would obviously hurt you more than if you were to hit me as hard as you can. That's just how our strength works, right? So just from that alone, strength-wise, we are not equal nor the same, right? Because women can't lift as much as men. Women obviously can't put out as much energy as men when it comes to certain things. Now, women are very strong when they can obviously give birth, and I do think women can endure a lot of pain. That's actually what I like about women a lot. Like throughout history, women have adapted to like fucking villages getting pillaged and getting burnt down, and they had to like kind of like, you know, adapt and change to the sceneries and everything. I think women provide a great thing to society, and people on Twitter are always like, you're a misogynist and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I'm not. I just don't fall for women's bullshit like you fucking losers do. Any of you losers always do that. A girl could sit there and actually straight up lie to you out of her mouth, and you'll be like, oh, well, she only did it. No, you wouldn't give that same fucking leeway to a dude. Whenever a guy lies, it's like, no, we automatically believe you're lying. You're a piece of shit. You should fucking die. Girl lies, like this one with this one bitch. So with 100 guys. Oh, but you know, like, it was the guy's fault, really. Like, come on. No, every guy does that. Oh, this is why I shit on dudes too. Stop believing women. No, literally stop believing them. A lot of them lie consistently.
What? No, I don't agree with the majority of what you said. I'm sorry.
Because the other thing I'm going to bring up is the fact that the reason why women know they can straight up lie to you and get away with it because they're girls. Girls are.
How is she lying? She literally.
I'm talking about girls in general.
She
girls
literally opened her legs to the whole world where people came from different countries to do it.
Yeah.
So it's not on. It is on her for doing that, and I don't. It disgusts me when women do that. And not to take away from like when you have sexual workers or, you know, people who do things because they need to do them to survive. Like that's two different things. If she went to university And she actually, in the documentary, says that she enjoys doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say it's because of her, because she put the call out and a whole bunch of guys came from different parts of the world who would spend money actually flying over and do it. Like,
but then I'll ask you this then. Do you think that is a prior thing that has happened in her life to the point where she would make a decision like that and it's caused by other different factors like
I think she's mentally ill.
Yeah, but it's
she
also
literally
caused by other
has
things too.
a disorder where she needs to do that to feel valued
by society that being a
an
whore,
attention seeker. It's not just being like, you know, like a sex worker because you're trying to provide for your 5, 7, 10 kids.
Yeah, it's not the situation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different thing. She's literally enjoying doing that. And to me, it's a mental disorder, but it's also a mental disorder for people who are willing to pay not just for a sex worker, but have to go and do this to fly to a different country. And it's not like you're having like 1 hour or 2 hours or whatever, how many hours you're going in there. So I'm so weird, but that's my journalistic nature. There's 1,440 minutes in one day.
Yeah.
She put the rule, it's 5 minutes for any guy. So if you divide that, that means she would have to sleep with 299 people in one day, but you take away like breaks, you know, I don't even want to think about it. It's so disgusting. Like,
do you know what's the icing on the cake?
Society, why are we even talking about this?
That's what I wanted to bring up, because a lot of her actions boil into things that have happened to her. Obviously I can't know, I'm just speculating.
She has obviously no father figure, or she does, and there's something else that is going on that is like,
those are the things I wanted to get into.
Level. Like, if you I don't even talk about sex to my parents. That's my personal thing. You
can talk about it with me.
No, I don't talk about it with you. I don't talk about it to anyone. That's like a personal thing. Boundaries, you know, and doing this, like, I don't get any of it. I think it's disgusting. And the fact that it's not only the girl that's doing it, it's the men. Where are their fathers? Because one of the guys that the dude interviewed said, if my father ever knew about this, he would literally kick me out of the house. So what is going on with young men that they have to? Where's the?
So before we get into this other stuff, the reason why I bring up all that stuff initially up front is because all the things that this lady probably heard throughout many of these years growing up, and to be at this point where she has to do this. So these modern feminists out there promote that women should just be whores and own their sexuality. And then you see on camera,
who says that?
Seen it. We've constantly seen this, though. You know,
who says that?
They're basically promoting being a whore is cool, and it's like it's not. We literally seen her break down.
I don't see it.
Well, you're not here in America.
I don't go and watch, like, go out of my way and watch people. Like, I remember watching, I think it was Chrissy Mayer. She had Brandy Love.
It was a porn star.
Yeah, and like Brandy was like, that's a different kind of thing. Even though I disagree with it, if I was a guy, I would not want to be with a girl. But I'm not gonna like put judgment on that. That's like her career thing that she's been doing. Not to say she's a bad person, but this is a young girl who literally now wants to beat the world record, and the world record is by a Polish chick.
I have to ask you this thing. Where do you think that comes from? That has to come from somewhere. She didn't just get this overnight, right? It comes from a lot of different factors.
Because she can't do anything. She got the attention once, maybe in university. and she got the name, and she doesn't care. Like, some people, they don't care when you talk bad about them. Whatever kind of attention you get, whether it's good or bad,
It's like the
they
whole
will,
good
they
publicity.
will
Any
enjoy
publicity
it.
is good publicity kind of thing.
Yeah, like any publicity is good. And she's I think the actual guy who was interviewing her, he said, I don't believe you when you say it gives you serotonin. That the serotonin, that's not serotonin. That's you feeling
Semen.
like that's you feeling like you actually like belong to something, or and it's actually really heartbreaking that she doesn't feel like she can belong to one person or to some other hobby or something
Because
that's
there's
her.
other underlying factors there. It has
The
to come from
underlying factors are that she is endangering her health. She is literally putting herself in a position that is not normal. Humans are not made to
well,
do
specifically women. Let's just hold on. Specifically women. Most
exactly.
women thrive off of like love and attention, touching, all that stuff. You gotta factor in. It's much more different for like you to have sex with someone, which should be me, versus like when I have sex with a girl, right? Women take a lot more emotional attachment from that. If you factor in, if a girl like that is getting ran through by 100 guys, well, that's obviously not gonna be good for her mind
Yeah, but
actually
you're
moving
talking
forward.
about her. What about the guys who are what
Can you
kind
actually
of
blame them?
man?
Okay, I'll ask you this. Can you
What
blame
kind of
them?
actual man? I can understand if you're like a horny teen, but like when you get to that age where you can afford to go and travel to a different country, or you go and afford to pay this kind of money, like what is wrong in your mentality where you can't find a girlfriend that you need to pay money to go and sleep with someone who just slept with like 20 dudes before you in the last like 3 hours? What is wrong in your mentality? And that brings the question of what is going on with the masculinity and the way that people are being deconstructed when they're men. Like no man that I have grown up with, my grandfather, my father, nobody would even think of doing that. Like none of my friends would even think of doing that. What is going on with deconstructing men these
Well,
days?
I don't know if you've been reading studies about how younger men are. A lot of them actually are more virgins than previous generations. They stay at home. The staying at home one makes sense because, like, economy's bad and jobs are, not on the rise. So that makes sense. If someone's staying at home, I don't really apply that much to like wanting to go out and get a girl because obviously the economy is very bad right now for a lot of people. So you're staying at home with your parents, that's fine. So the issue there, I actually, in my mind, I really can't blame the guys. Can you really blame the guys? She's literally just whoring herself. Would you not do it?
I'm not blaming either. I think the society is so fucked up right now. It's come to the point where we need such a shift, and it comes from family values, having a good nuclear family system.
Yeah.
None of this like I'm every single day I read in the news 2 transgender lesbians are within a multi-relationship and have 5 kids, and they're bringing them up like that, and that is
That's what I
causing
wanted to tackle
mental
on is
problems.
the reason why men had to go and do that for her or do that to her. Kind of did that there as a joke. The reason why they have to go and do that to her because I don't know, because you said you have been. Have you been reading various things about why men don't actually date the modern woman now? They're literally just sitting at home, getting a job, and coming home to their parents, sitting in basements of their rooms. Because a lot of the modern women are not good. They're just complete
I
trash.
don't know any men like that.
Yes.
Or you.
Well, to be fair, we don't know. I don't know every man, or you don't know every woman. But just the point is, how would I say this? There's not good women out there. Also, I would say there's not as equally as good men. But
That is so not fair to say. There are a lot of good women. I think like
there's less
focusing
good women, I would say.
on the things that are in the news and surrounding yourself with actual like normal people. But if you only focus on what's being highlighted, of course you're going to feel like it's the whole world when it
Yeah.
isn't. Just like not all black people are gangsters and
Yes, they
go
are.
around shooting
Yes, they are.
people.
They're all ghetto. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm kidding.
Exactly. Like,
I'm kidding. Okay, so
bullshit.
just as you guys know me, I know I get on trouble on Twitter for calling women out, but that's the thing is, women grow up in life a lot of times without getting challenged on anything, just on anything. Just look with her apparently her mom is her financer. She does OnlyFans too. This girl we're talking about, she does OnlyFans, right? I'm just saying, like, did anybody in her life, like you said, go up to and be like, hey, is being a fucking town bicycle cum dumpster a good way to live life? Because if a guy told her that, he would get called a misogynist for telling her, acknowledging objective reality now just makes you a misogynist. If you said that, the stuff you just said 5 minutes ago about having a family and values and all that stuff, if you say that to modern women, you're considered a misogynist yourself, and you're not even a dude. What is going on in women's brains?
I don't understand this whole argument. I'm sorry. I was raised in a completely different way. I was raised the same things that my brothers were raised.
I didn't have
to
a dad like you. So.
I was never given any, because I'm a girl. I can't know how to nail, like fix a roof or climb up a ladder or do any other like things that boys could do, chop wood or go around fixing shit. Like, I was never treated differently. So but I was always told, you nuclear family, find the person that you love and build a family. That's all. And there was always a big emphasis on, when you do the whole sex thing, whether it was at school where I was going to or in my family, it was a big thing that you need to make a very conscious decision. It's not just going around and doing this and that. Like, you really have to think about it. And that's just the way I was raised.
That's what you also have OnlyFans back when you were younger too, because she has an OnlyFans now, and OnlyFans has allowed these crazy dudes that could just view porn free just to give her money, right?
There's nothing.
I agree with you on. That's why I agree with you on. The reason why the guys stink is because they're giving all these millions of dollars, these whore bags. Guys, these women are not smart. They have no value to society at all. They're just pieces of shit, if we're being completely honest here. And all these guys are empowering them. They're millionaires just for existing. That's why guys are stupid. They're making women millionaires for existing. That's bad. That's actually terrible. It's awful. So the average girl is going on OnlyFans, making OnlyFans accounts, and only making like $200 a month to show their butthole for $3.99. Is that worth it to just be known as a fucking?
I don't think anybody's horrible for doing anything like that. I think
they're in a really bad situation. I would agree.
They need help. I really do think they need help.
Yeah.
And it stems from their upbringing and their families and the way they were brought up and their psyche. So maybe in a couple of years she will grow up and understand, and hopefully she will. But right now, this is a disgusting trend that I see happening with young girls and with young men. And it's like, come on, back when I was growing up, we used to like go and have, dates, like reading books by the pond.
We can have a date reading books.
No, we're gonna give you some chicken.
Like, that's the thing is, now I don't know if you've seen it. So after her little video clip came out about her crying, and I'll be honest here, we watched it. I thought it was crocodile tears. I don't know why anybody felt about that. She was not really sorry. Those are crocodile tears. She wasn't really crying.
Did you see the actual documentary?
I saw the 1 minute clip that everyone played about her crying. I haven't seen the full thing yet.
She was crying because she was
fake, man. No way. I didn't believe it. She's faking, man. Like, the thing is, you had all these articles come out after that clip surface online. How can men do this to her? Guys, this is the reason why women stink. There's no self-accountability. She did this. Her mom and her financed this, like you said, financed it, did bookings, paid for everything. How's that anyone else's fault but theirs? In life, we were told growing up, you take responsibility for your actions. She did this. Yeah. She's a whore bag, and she's a product of modern women telling these women that being a whore is good. That's what happened. So this is the result of that. If you tell women that they can just be whores for free, you're going to get this as a result.
at the end of the day, nobody's going to care about her. She's not going to bring anything productive to society
I
apart
will
from
say this though. She will
actually
have to marry
talking
her.
like in the future, people having daughters and saying and putting an effort in and actually trying to be there for their kids and trying to
Mhm.
educate them and bring the whole morals and values that make society function. This does not make society function. It's like Gomorrah, like you just do whatever you want to do, anarchy. Okay, let's all go and fuck with each other and do whatever the fuck we want. And like it's disgusting. It's sinful. It's for me, I don't get it, but at the end of the day, like we don't judge. Let them do what they
I,
want to do. They're gonna
I think for you,
okay, so
this is your homework, lady. I'm gonna be your teacher. I'm gonna be your hot, sexy teacher. Big black guy, big Shaquille O'Neal dude. I asked you, go and read what's going on with men now more. It's actually pretty staggering. They don't want to get married to modern women. They don't want to really date them because the quality of women isn't good. Like, it's literally not good, And the reasons for that being all this feminist stuff we talked about, that really did a number of people. Like they said, blue hair, door knocker coming out of their nose and shit. Like they're promoting, oh yeah, it's going OnlyFans, be a whore, it's cool. Nothing bad will happen. And keep in mind, when you do these kind of things, I'm not saying like if you have to do them because you have to like doing horror work or be homeless, you know what? That's fine. I'd rather you do that and then get out of it and then have a good life. But that's not the situation, though. People were the same thing you said. That's not happening. She didn't do this because she was going to be homeless. She didn't do this because she was going to be homeless. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck. I don't know what homeless. That just fucking sucks. But there's repercussions for your actions as far as like how people are going to view you later on. Like, and the thing is, you said, is she going to find a partner? I mean, to be fair, let's say this. Riley Reid found a partner. She ended up getting married. There is one guy out there that will actually have no standards and marry her. Because guys had no standards for coming over and fucking her for 2 minutes. So
I would never want to be with somebody. Sorry, like I even like I'm trying not to puke
choking on cock.
thinking about it. No, like for me, it's disgusting to the point where like if it was my daughter, no matter how much I loved her, like that would be so hurtful that I brought somebody, but actually to pay for it. So you see where that's coming from. And yeah, on that topic, like don't care about it. Let her do
don't wife up whores.
like let her do whatever the fuck she wants to do.
I'll say this for any guy out there, don't wife up any whores. Literally, if someone wifes up that girl, oh my god, you are the biggest fucking retard on the planet. Oh my god. If you wife up a woman like that, you have no standards.
Also, like, let's not like I mean, she kind of is freaking whore.
Kind of. Some understatement.
Yeah, and it's a mental thing. It's a mental illness, which you know me, I'm so compassionate to everyone and can't like if I was to sit her down, I would try and explain, but she'd probably be like, would you like to join me or some shit? Ugh. Disgusting.
You think it's a mental illness? I don't think that is. I think she's just willingly doing this on her own. She's consciously.
I think it is a mental illness. I think it's like you have to be mentally ill to be willing to put a fucking cone up your ass. That is so weird.
Oh,
like
gosh.
to be a sausage wallet in a cone. Like what the.
Okay, no. to add on to your point, did you know this that one of the guys that was gonna fuck her, one of them brought her flowers? I'm not kidding. One of the guys actually brought her flowers.
So sad.
Like this woman just got railed. Probably like she probably was sitting there with her legs so getting railed. The guy brought her flowers. A guy's literally saw her as a cum dumpster. And he's like, "Hello, my lady."
About the psychology of like men and young men and women today, but this is a very dangerous trend, and I hope that it's just a unique thing that brought the attention because of the documentary and people picked it up, and it's not a common thing that happens, because if it is, then we are all fucked, literally. Well,
I can literally show you. I'll even do this. I'll even show you videos I've seen of dudes going up to modern women asking them things. These are women that live right now. I have plenty of them stored. You know, girls are fucking whore bags. Listen, I'm just saying. Yeah.
What kind of girls you're talking to?
Hey, I used to be a player back in the day.
Like that?
Can I? Are they single?
Jesus Christ. Anyway, I need to go and I need to go and
Yeah. Oh, before we leave, do you have any closing thoughts on this specific video before we leave? Anything else?
I think that we shouldn't be too judgmental. You can be, and it that's understandable, but also at the same time, maybe look at the underlying issues, which are societal and parental, maybe, and then like make your own minds up and just do your own research. Listen to that person, this person, listen to MSK, listen to me. And good Lord, just I'm a Christian. I pray to Jesus. So I really hope that girl
I don't
gets some kind of,
let her be the example to never do this ever again. Let that be the ultimate example of that. So for me, my closing thoughts on this situation as a whole is feminist women told these women that this stuff was okay. Now you're just seeing the results of it. And you're going to see a lot of broken, damaged women because of all that. And I'll say this for guys too, before we go. If you don't wipe up women like that, because the reason they think because they're doing that, eventually they're going to get the happy ending, the marriage and the kids and everything. Don't. The fucking actions should be just detrimental enough for what they're doing. Like they're just a bunch of cum dumpsters, a bunch of town bicycles. Like fuck them. You know, I can understand why dudes don't want to date women now. Look at that. She's not just one person doing this. Amaranth, a lot of other girls on OnlyFans do this too. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King. We're signing out. Okay, see you guys later. Deuces. Peace.